A U.S. nuclear-powered submarine struck an object underwater in the South China Sea on Saturday, according to two defense officials. A number of sailors on board the USS Connecticut were injured in the accident, the officials said. None of the injuries were life-threatening, according to a statement from U.S. Pacific Fleet. It's unclear what the Seawolf-class submarine may have hit while it was submerged. The submarine remains in a safe and stable condition. USS Connecticut's nuclear propulsion plant and spaces were not affected and remain fully operational, the statement said. The incident will be investigated. The U.S. Navy did not specify the incident took place in the South China Sea, only that it occurred in international waters in the Indo-Pacific region. The accident happened as tensions between the U.S. and China soared over the Chinese military's incursions into Taiwan's Air Defense Integration Zone, ADIZ. The Connecticut was operating in the waters around the South China Sea as the U.S. and its allies have been carrying out a major multinational show of force in the region, known as Carrier Strike Group 21. The ongoing exercise saw ships from the US, UK, Japan, Australia, Canada, and the Netherlands, including 3 aircraft carriers, training in and around the area. On Saturday, 39 Chinese military aircraft, including fighter jets and transport aircraft, entered Taiwan's ADIZ, causing the Taiwanese Air Force to scramble jets and deploy air defense missiles to monitor the aircraft. 2 days later, China sent 56 aircraft into Taiwan's ADIZ within 24 hours, the highest number since the self-governed island began publicly releasing such numbers last year. We are very concerned by the PRC's provocative military activity near Taiwan, U.S. Secretary of State Tony Blinken told reporters at a news conference in Paris Wednesday when asked about the Chinese activity. Taiwan warns China could invade by 2025. On Wednesday, Taiwan's defense minister, Chu Kuo-cheng, said China could be ready to launch a full-scale invasion of the island by 2025, adding that, they currently have the ability to attack, but they would have to pay a price. The Biden administration has shifted the focus of U.S. national security policy away from the wars of the past 2 decades and towards Beijing, which has asserted itself in the region and on the world stage. On Thursday, the Central Intelligence Agency announced the creation of a new mission center for China following a months-long review that found China as the greatest long-term threat to the United States. 1 day earlier, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met a high-ranking Chinese official in Switzerland. The meeting will set the stage for a virtual meeting between President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping later this year in an effort to ensure stability. But the agreement in principle between the two leaders to meet did little to alleviate the current friction in the region, nor did it ease the friction around the South China Sea, where China has built a series of bases on reefs and artificial islands in the disputed waterway.